The holographic projection flickered, spitting static across the observation console. Martian skyscrapers, impossibly slender and gleaming under a crimson sky, crumbled under a coordinated assault. Thorne, his face pale with the light with a manic intensity, wrestled with the temporal flux capacitor's controls. Paradox-level critical, Doctor. Elias Finch's voice was strained, his hands a blur as he monitored the cascading data streams. We're destabilizing the timeline faster than we can compensate. Nonsense, Elias. A little turbulence is to be expected, Thorne snapped, adjusting the dial. Focus on maintaining the visual link. I need to understand their systems. The asterisk architecture asterisk. The metallic drones, sleek and lethal, continued their destruction. Each movement, each calculated demolition, echoed with a chilling familiarity. Thorne felt a tremor of recognition. He traced a schematic on the console, his finger lingering on a series of interlocking circuits. His circuits, modified, refined, but undeniably his. Using a resonant frequency amplifier, Dr. Elias reported, his brow furrowed. A significant deviation from your original designs. A refinement, Elias. An evolution, Thorne replied, ignoring the tremor in his hands. They're asterisk improving asterisk upon my work. Fascinating. He leaned closer to the projection, trying to discern the layout of a sprawling underground complex. There's a research district, a clandestine operation of some kind. A fragmented transmission crackled through the laboratory's comm system, cutting through the background static. Cycle the Obsidian Key loom of the ages watch as the signal abruptly ceased. Did you catch that, Elias? Thorne asked, his eyes wide. Negative, Doctor. It was heavily corrupted. Some kind of coded message, perhaps. Elias frantically attempted to isolate the signal, but it was lost. Suddenly, a clang echoed through the laboratory. The automated defense system whirred into action, erecting shimmering energy shields as figures clad in archaic, bronze armor materialized in the doorway. Their faces were obscured by ornate masks, their movements precise and menacing. Energy weapons, hummed in their hands. Contain the architect. One of the armored figures barked, his voice distorted by a vocal modulator. Prevent the echoes from spreading. Elias, activate lockdown protocol. Thorne yelled, instinctively dodging an energy blast that swooshed the wall behind him. Protocol Omega 7 initiated, Doctor, Elias shouted back, scrambling to input the command. A diagnostic program began to run within the Cranarium's core, bathing the laboratory in an eerie blue light. What's Omega 7 going to reveal, Elias? Thorne demanded, deflecting another blast with a hastily constructed energy field. A deeper analysis of the Cranarium's temporal signature, Doctor. A search for the source of the anomalies. Elias's voice was tight with anxiety. It's unusual. Unusual how? The diagnostic is flooding a secondary temporal imprint layer in effect. Almost as if the Cranarium isn't just observing the Martian timeline, but interacting with it in a way we didn't intend. Thorne felt a cold dread creep into his heart. The diagnostic program displayed a Sumerian phrase scrolled across the holographic projection of the Cranarium's core, the Weaver's Gambit. He recognized the archaic script, the intricate symbolism. He had seen it before, in his grandfather's journals, dismissed it as sensible folklore. Now, staring at it pulsating with temporal energy, he wasn't so sure. The Weaver's Gambit, what does that asterisk mean, asterisk, Elias? Thorne gasped, deflecting a barrage of energy blasts. I don't know, Doctor. It's not in any of the known temporal databases. It appears to be contingency. Elias's voice cracked with urgency. A figure stepped forward from the armored ranks. His mask was more ornate than the others, his surface etched with intricate patterns. As he raised his weapon, Thorne felt a jolt of recognition so profound it nearly buckled his knees. The figure's build, the angle of his jaw, the faint lines around his eyes, it was like looking into a distorted mirror. The masked figure raised his arm, his movements echoing Thorne's own gestures. The echoes must be contained, the masked figure said, his voice now chillingly familiar despite the modulator. The cycle must be reset. He fired. The laboratory doors slammed shut, sealing them within the Cranarium's core. The diagnostic program reached completion, revealing a disturbing anomaly's secondary temporal signature intertwined with Thorne's original designs, a complex algorithm woven into the fabric of the Martian timeline. The secondary signal originated not from the future, but from a point far in the past, a moment before Thorne first conceived of the drone's schematics. A message appeared on the console. In archaic Sumerian, the Obsidian Key unlocks the loom of ages. The watches are eternal. Then everything went black.